Good morning, people. I've been working since about 8 this morning. It's now 9:30. My boyfriend just left for work, but we have another food box and I have to open it and take out all the food stuff and put it in the fridge. But anyway, let me show you what we got. So this box has 3 meals. We got a Indian style pork korma. Cool. Really wanted to try making korma. And then this one, it just sounded interesting. Paprika honey salmon with lime sour cream. And apparently this can be done in under 20 minutes or within 20 minutes. I don't know if that includes prep time, but looks pretty tasty. And then we have this one. This is a vegetarian dish. Halloumi actually is cheese, but we thought it'd be interesting. Hearty Caesar salad with halloumi croutons. I didn't know halloumi was cheese. I actually never had halloumi before until we got these boxes, so yeah. Anyway, this is not sponsored, obviously. Alright, let's see. Oh, okay. So they come in all these plastic baggies. I feel like they could do their packaging a bit better because it's still a lot of packaging. And since they are local, I feel like they should find better ways to package everything. But this is the package of all the ingredients and stuff that you need for the salad, the halloumi salad. Put that there, this dish. And then this is the one for korma. Oh, I think they do separate the meat, so the meats aren't in here. That's nice. A lot of vegetables. I like that. And this one is the salmon, smaller bag. Yeah, all the meats are separate. Ooh, what is that? Pepper. And then all the meats are separated down here. So we got salmon and pork strips. And then this is just like a frozen kind of thing. This is actually, you can just, it's frozen right now, but you can flush it down the toilet. It's safe. So these are the meats, which I will fridge up. In the box I have to break down, but first this gotta go and melt in the sink. Eek. My headphones look ridiculous, but I am gonna start streaming. It's Monday. It's a studio day for me. Mondays aren't usually the days where I'm working from home, but my boss said it would be the best day because he's gonna be out of the office all day today anyway, so we won't really be getting to work together. So he just told me to take today, and so I'm gonna start my day by doing some streaming. I'm going to be streaming some comics, and I think I'll be doing that for the most part of the morning, and then take a break, and then maybe stream again tonight. I'm not sure. My whole plan for today is just to work on comics. There isn't really any other pressing deadline other than this, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. I don't know, but my face has also been acting up more this month. I don't know what it is. I'm doing this like diet thing, so I don't know if that's what's causing it. So I got a zit here, but I always get pretty big zits towards my period or my cycle, so that could just be it. It's just worse this month for some reason. Anyway, the diet I'm doing, it's not really a diet, it's like intermittent fasting. So I'm fasting, I'm pretty much fasting. I'm eating at certain windows, certain hours of the day, and that's it. And I'm also at the same time I'm calorie counting, so that's what I'm doing. So it's totally not like intense or anything. It's just, it's a very different way of eating from what I'm used to, but I've been doing that since the beginning of the year and it's working wonders for me. I did kind of fail this weekend. I ate a bunch of pizza because I haven't had it in a while and I was really craving it. Plus, being on your period as a woman, I think, for me at least, I get really ravenous the days leading up to. I'm just so hungry for the week. Like it's not even like just hunger. I'm hungry and also emotional, so I want to emotionally eat. Anyway, I couldn't get through it this weekend, so I ate a bunch of pizza. Hopefully the progress is not gonna be messed up because of that. I'm sure it'll be fine. I want this whole eating thing to be more sustainable, so I'm giving myself breaks when I can. Anyway, I have coffee this morning, I have some water ready, and I'm going to start streaming. So I don't know if you guys I did say in the last vlog that I will be streaming more often during the week, so and just watch out on my Twitter. Yeah, so I'm gonna stream right now. I'll put my headphones on, and hopefully my internet cooperates today. So yeah. Okay, I'm streaming some comic stuff. That's just OBS, and I got 4 people on stream. That includes me, so 4 people count. Alright, it is now 1:31 in the afternoon. Oh, it's dark. That's it. So it's 1:31 in the afternoon. I finished streaming about 15 minutes ago. I took a little bit of a break, and not 15 minutes ago. I finished at like 12 or something like that. No, 1 p.m. Anyway, I'm in front of my agenda and I'm just writing down the things that I'm doing today. I've already worked on a couple comic pages, but I'm gonna continue that tonight. And then I quickly updated my store. I added the slime memo pads, I added the slime sticker set, and I added 2 original artworks up on my store, the Dorian piece and the Starch King piece. So if you're interested in any of that, please check out my store. I also have buttons in there too, and I'm thinking about creating more designs today. But yeah, that's something I kind of want to quickly talk about. Another thing, I think I mentioned this on the stream, but oh, the stream was pretty chill, by the way. There was just like 5 or 6 people. Maximum was like 9 people. A lot of people just seemed to be dropping by and lurking, but that's okay. It was good. Yeah, I talked about it really quickly on the stream. Another reason why I feel like I've been having a hard time vlogging is because I don't know what to vlog if I'm working on my comics the whole time. I'm working on the comics and I don't really want to show too much about it. I do want to talk about them. I still don't know how I'm going to kind of incorporate comic work into the vlogs, because that's the biggest thing that I'm working on. So I don't know. I think I'm open to, I'm still working on the thumbnails for this Vancouver comic, but once I finish them up and start painting them, I might be showing some pages, painting some pages. I'm saying painting now because I'm planning to paint this whole book. I'm still on the fence about whether or not I will do mostly digital or mostly traditional. I want to do everything traditionally. Digital in terms of like finalizing. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing obviously I'm going to be editing them digitally when they're all done, but I still don't know. I guess what I'm on the fence about is I am going to do them traditionally. It's just that I don't know to what extent, like if I'm going to be painting the whole thing, or if I'm going to be doing the same thing I did with Dental Plan, where it was mostly black lines with pencil and then a little bit of color, or if I'm going to go all out and do color. I feel like I want to do, right now I want to do all out full color because it's going to be a big book. And if I'm gonna go all out with making a book, why can't I go all out with painting it all traditionally, right? The way I do it on my website, the way all my works are. So it's still scary to me because it's gonna require it's gonna be a lot of work, obviously, and I'm going to be burnt out many times doing it to reach it, because I don't wanna take years on it. My max would be 2 years of work on this. So because I've already been working on it for a year. Last year I started this idea of a graphic novel, but it was only towards the middle of the year or the end of the year where I started earnestly working on comic pages. So technically it will be 3 years of me working on this if I work the maximum 2 years to finish it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want it to take forever. One of my biggest goals when I turned 30 was to create a book. I am turning 30 in a couple months, so like I won't reach that goal, but I just don't want to be too far from my dreams. So anyway, on my list right now I have Studio Day, comic, and update store. I've crossed out update store because I'm done that, and now I'm going to, I don't know what to do. I could sit down and continue working on comic pages, but I think I need a little bit of a break from that. So I might move to my painting table and play around with paint to see. I'm gonna print out one of the pages from the comic and see how it looks when I paint that. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking I want to do. Alright, I changed my mind for now. I want to start labeling my Patreon envelopes for the next round of Patreon because I don't want to be drawing yet. I want more of a break from drawing the comic pages, so I'm gonna write stuff. Oh, I was looking at my John Wick zine. I have a couple copies of these, so these are going to be at the Vancouver. When I go to Vancouver, I'm gonna sell a couple of these because I have a bunch of them. I wish I had a bunch of the island, but I do not. And yeah, I was just looking at this for some reference. So yes, this will be in Vancouver.
Now, to some, this would be no big deal, but my mum lives in a not great part of town and is adamant about closing the garage door when she leaves. I remember feeling weird too about it, since it was so unusual that I saw maybe something had run to the dark corner of the garage with the garage door button and watched it close complete.
Okay, it's now a couple hours later. It's actually 4 o'clock already. I decided to, after I was writing down the Patreon notes, I decided to go back to the first story that I wrote for this graphic novel, which is called The Glass Unicorn. I had made, let's see how many pages. I thumbnailed, very rough thumbnailed, 86 pages of this. And I thought I could go back and kind of compress the story, but because I had worked on it in a way where I wanted it to be like a long form comic, there's just so much detail and like little plot points that to trim out. And then the story just, if I get rid of all of those, the story just won't make any sense. So I have to rewrite it basically, all of it. I am keeping some of the thumbnails to use because they will work, but the story is now extra compressed and extra different. Well, it's basically different. The characters remain the same. I'll put a picture of the original characters that I had. They're going to be the same 3 characters. Actually, I had a YouTube video of this up a while back, and then I privated it. So, but that's good. I made some headway on that. I just have to thumbnail them out better. My patrons who have been with me since the creation of those thumbnails can know how rough they are. I guess I'll show you a couple pages because I'm going to scrap it anyway. So here are some of the pages. You can see how messy they are, like chicken scratchy they are compared to the thumbnails that I do now, which are way cleaner. So I just find that I think that if I keep my thumbnails as clean as possible, it'll make the finalization of these pages faster. So yeah, so I am glad I made some headway on it. I don't have any tangible evidence or physical proof that I felt like I worked on something, but I sat down for a couple of hours and kind of thought about where the story is going to go. I have my trusty little notepad here that I have on my table at all times. I write all of the, I don't write scripts, but I write a lot of the little things that happen that I want to put in the story on these pages, and I kind of connect them all up as I draw them. So I guess you can count that as script writing because I am writing some stuff down. I know a lot of other comic artists that I follow on YouTube, not like the crazy, not like the, you know, really professional ones. Well, they are professional, but what I'm saying is like not, because I don't see how published comic authors do their thing unless I research and pay and kind of talk to them. But I mean like YouTube comic artists, they write a lot of their stuff. Like I know Dina writes scripts before everything, and I'm just like, I just can't. That's so difficult for me to do. Anyway, so yeah, I have laid down the foundation of this story, so I kind of want to work on it at the same time. I also have another story in my head. Well, I've already written down that's ready to go as well. So I guess I'm starting to do this thing where I'm working on multiple stories at the same time, which is a lot to draw. So I have to take it easy because I know I'm going to burn out, but I don't want to burn out too soon. So excited to have all these stories ready. Let me just, it excites me when I kind of think about the stories I have. So I have one called Saving Face, one called Mama, one called The Glass Unicorn, The Whisper, Family B, and then the Vancouver comic, it's called Tomorrow. I have 6. Can we make that 7? So I have 6. My goal is at least 10. 4 more and it'll be 10. It's now about 6 o'clock. I have some of my chocolatey chai tea, and I'm working on the notepad designs for February that will go with the stickers. So I have this one so far. I'm not sure about the border, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm working in the dark again. Okay, so here are how they turned out. I made these note designs before, but then I was saving them for a sticker set, but I thought it would be appropriate to use them for the sticker set here because I do have one of the characters in the sticker set itself. So they're coming out right now. So I'll cut them up and I will show you. Okay, let's assemble one of these. Ooh. Okay, I need my clips and my brush. So I have my backing. I actually have run out of colorful cardstock, surprisingly. So I have to get more at the dollar store eventually. I usually clip the sides. Oh, I don't like this one. This one is so tight that it messes up the paper. It like crinkles it. Not crinkles it, but it leaves a mark. So I said earlier, I did put up the slime memo pads on the store. I don't know how they'll do, but I mean, it's always good to have something up on the store in case somebody is interested. Oh, by the way, I also got an email today that I got into the Kazoo Print Expo. I did that last year. It was a great show. It's a little bit far from where I live, but it's okay. It's quite manageable. And I don't remember if I got a full table or a half, or if they actually ever gave any options. So, but it's another show. I officially have 2 shows this year. Vancouver and Kazoo. I put too much glue here. Okay. Oh no, I put some on my pants. I'm wearing red pants. My new red pants. Ugh. Okay, hopefully that's okay. Alright, now I clip it for a few minutes and then I will put it under my weights. Perfect. I wanted to print out a copy of Sugar for one of my patrons, Jamie. I don't think they have a copy of Sugar before, or of Sugar at all, so I wanted to kind of revisit Sugar and send this out. So I printed a fresh copy, but I printed it on the cover on blue pearlescent paper, so I don't know how noticeable that is, but I think this was one of the third zine or third mini comic that I did, or the first or the second, the second for sure. Well, first for sure I did Across. This might have been the third, I don't remember, but maybe this was the second. But it still looks really good even up till now. Let me see if I put the year. I did not put the year. That's annoying. I usually put the year, but I think I started that after. Anyway, it still prints out really nicely. I don't have this on my store at all, but I don't know if I should bring it back to like Minecraft or something. I don't know. Still one of my faves too, but yeah. Here, yeah. So the pearlescent paper is more noticeable, like this. It's shiny. My parents just dropped by and they dropped off some snacks, so let's do a snack haul. First off, my dad made roasted peanuts. It's my dad's name, Rolando. Rolando's peanuts. So I think he said one of them is spicy and the other one isn't. I already forgot. I think this one's the spicy one. And then this one's just regular. It's like roasted garlic. I think this one's a spicy one. I don't remember, but I like those. Our remaining, some leftovers of caramel rice cakes, I guess. I'm excited for the peanuts though. I did not vlog this, but over the weekend I made these fresh rolls, Vietnamese fresh rolls, and they turned out really well. They're really simple, but I wish I vlogged it. I ate like 6 of them. They were so good. So yeah, they didn't have cilantro though at the store, and this recipe calls for it, but it was very good. I'm gonna make them again. They were so good. I am also finally getting around to packaging this. I'm so sorry for the delay in this. This is the original drawing of Night. I think I called it Night Demon, but the original painting. So I'm packaging it right now. I reused the cardboard that I got from my new weighing scale. So it's perfect size. I just cut it down to size. It's nice and firm, but I'm still gonna put some more, not kind of like backing to make it a bit more firm. And I have to put some extras, but I'm gonna wrap the original itself in this nice kind of matching dark, I was gonna say dark brown, dark blue yarn. So let's tie that up. Oh, and I also sold Dorian today. I just put up the original artwork on my store, and it was already sold. So thank you so much. I don't know if the person who bought it watches my vlogs, but if you're a big Dorian fan, I guess. So that's awesome. Yeah, so I have to package that as well. And yeah, that's really good. I also put up Starch King. So, but that one is a bit kind of weird in content, so I don't know who's gonna buy that. It's less relatable. I still have a lot of originals up there. They're kind of just parked. A lot of my November originals, when I was looking for this painting in my stash, I kind of went through them. So I feel like the bow is too large, so let's fix that. Or is it too late? It's too late. That looks fine. Okay, cool. To write a letter and add some extras. So I just finished doing a little photo shoot on these guys. So these are printed out. These are the memo designs for the February Patreon stuff. My favorite's this one. I made the lines like rainbow to match with the sticker theme, which is this. And so I have one design. This one's the other one. 2, 3. Where's the rest? 4. And I think 5 and 6. So 6 designs in total. So the Sticker Club patrons are going to get a random note, one of them. And the sticker and the light parcel are going to get the whole set. If there is a Sticker Club Patreon watching this and you want a specific note, send me a message on Patreon and I will make sure to give you that design. If you want this design, I'll give you this. But yeah, it's going to be random. So my favorite one is the eating one. And this one. The rest are really cute too. Okay, so these ones I'm gonna keep so I can write the notes on them. And oh, I wanted to show you a new sticker that I added onto my agenda. It's this crying frog that I got from my friend Nissa. She works in animation and she is working on a show with this frog. It's so cute. She gave that to me. And I also found this on the floor. So I picked it up and just stuck it on. I don't know where I got it. I think I might have gotten it from like Rottable a while back. She sent me a couple stickers before. But look at my cute crying frog. I'm gonna have some of these spicy peanuts that my dad made, Rolando's peanuts, for breakfast. And I just did a post for the 5th Empty Sketchbook Society meeting. I used this drawing from a long time ago. I drew this in ballpoint pen in school and I posted it in an old blog that I had. So I'm just reusing the art. It's just a funny little sketch. I guess my screensaver is going. These are today's earrings. I rarely wear them because they're pretty crazy, but I thought they would match the yellow in my shirt. And I haven't worn them in a while. I also need to cut my bangs. But yeah, I did a couple things this morning. I woke up at around 7 and hung around in bed, and then I got ready. And then I did all this stuff. Yeah, I wanted to quickly mention how the last art meetup went. It went really well. Every meet, there's always like a new kind of set of people, and it was really fun to see everybody. So they're going really well. I'm gonna post a little kind of promo again for it on my Twitter and my Instagram, just so I can get maybe 1 or 2 new people every time. And yeah, I just want to keep up with that, so I'm going to post that today at some point. Not right now, because I just sent off the email notifying the people on my email list about the next meeting, which is going to be on March the 6th. And I also made a Facebook event so people can know what's going on. So I just did that, but I have some peanuts. Okay, I am preparing for war. Well, not really, it just feels that way, but I am setting up my desk. I'm cleaning, I'm making room for a bunch of space, cleaning out my palettes and my plate and stuff. I have to bring this down. Dishes. Because I also pulled out a bunch of my comics. You've probably seen all these comics before. I wanted to look through them because today I am going to be experimenting with styles. I want to figure out what comic style I want to use for this book. And I need to find something that I like, but something that I can also stick to, because there's going to be a lot of pages and it's going to be a lot of work. So I want to find a happy medium between the amount of detail that I want and the efficiency. So we're just going to be playing around. I'm going to dedicate about most of my day to this, and then at the end of the night I'm probably going to finish my 2 pages. I have been sticking to this probably in just the last week or so, but I'm trying to pump out 2 pages of thumbnails every day. During the week, I don't know about the weekend, sometimes I take a break, but during the week for sure, I'm trying to pump out 2 comic pages. Well, starting that. So yeah, I'm gonna continue cleaning up, and then I'm probably gonna switch over to my other camera and we can work together. Okay, so for my Brother printer, I printed out 2 different panels to work on, to kind of experiment with. So this is from one story and this one's from another story. I wanted to try the ones with the panels, like with the squared off panels, and the ones without. And so I am using my paper that I want to use for this project, which is the only paper that I actually use is my Canson watercolor paper. And yeah, everything's ready. I have a drink with me. I'm gonna be drinking this bubbly sparkling water. Yeah, I haven't tried the grapefruit flavor yet, but it's definitely a lot more interesting drinking this than just water all the time. The cap, if you can't see, it says wow. Okay. Let's try it. Cheers. You can definitely smell the grapefruit. It says non-artificial flavoring, so natural flavors. But do you believe any of that? Okay, I apologize for the shaking. My camera setup isn't like the best, but okay. So let's try this one first. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out my light box. Let's see, I don't know what I'm gonna do first, but, and then my bunch of painter's tape that I keep, I reuse it because they're still sticky. Stick that on, and this one. All right. So I think the first thing I want to do is I want to do a little bit of pencil on top. Grab our pencil and our eraser. I know I have a newer eraser somewhere, but I constantly pull this one out. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. I'm going to clean this up a bit, and I'm going to do that off screen so I don't shake the camera so much. Okay. So okay, so let us color in, line the panels, and I am going to be coloring outside of the panel lines for bleed purposes. The thing is, I was thinking about doing like a black ink outline, but I don't really like the look. I like the efficiency of it. I just don't like the finish. I might just need to edit it better, but I've tried that before with my comic Demon, which I'll pull out. Hold on. So, this zine that I did a couple in 2018 called Demon, I did watercolors, but I did inks. So, I don't mind the style, but I feel like it looks a lot better in darker colors, but I think that's just my skill level. It's not that great. I do really like the way this one looks, like this page. It's my favorite page. Also, this page is not bad. But we'll keep trying things. So let's just continue with the easy part, which is outlining the drawing itself. And this part doesn't have to be perfect. It's just going to be very rough. And this is the actual size of the pages. They're the same size as my comic story and dental plan, because I really like that kind of square comic look. So if the book is successful, it'll be a nice big thick square book. It's not that square. It's more elongated, but it's more square than, your average comic size. Your standard comic dimensions. It's more square than that. And I want to keep it like that because I think it's really pretty. So I think I have to be a bit more careful when I'm doing the actual finals, when I'm doing the pencils. But this is just testing, so we're okay for now. So this, I feel like this step is the most important, because once I commit to coloring certain amount of pages, then it has to be that way, because I don't want to, you know, waste time redrawing even though I have good intentions. I want to skip as many steps as possible, and I feel like I'm doing that right now with making my thumbnails cleaner than they have to be. In terms of, like, I guess I'll see when I edit the vlog when I'm working on the page how long it takes for me to draw one page of this comic in this style. Although the new story, the Vancouver story that I'm working on, it does not have panels, which in the other comics have panels. So I don't know if I'm going to be kind of open to panels and no panels. Like, some stories will have it and some stories won't. I've always liked the no panel look, but I feel like to make it look professional, there has to be panels. Also, it would be a lot easier to edit in terms of bleeds if there are panels. Sorry if you can't see that. Might as well color in the, what do you call these? The sound bubbles. Okay, how clear is that? 80s, not bad. This is giving me flashbacks to Exodus, one of my older comics that I did in full traditional style. See, that comic took forever because it was done traditionally. Well, the island is also done. Okay, do I have the island with me? I just remembered I wanted to look at this too. So this is my book, The Island, which was published by Shortbox in 2018? I think it was 2018. Oh no, there's a bug carcass. So this one is like full color pencil in watercolor. I am debating on printing some of these out for the Vancouver Arts Festival because I don't have any copies of it. These are professionally printed by Shortbox, and I was sent a couple copies, but I don't have any copies left because I sold most of them at TCAF because Shortbox was with me. They were tabling right beside me, and Zainab gave me a bunch to sell. So, and then I kept some of them. And yeah, this one took a while, but I was under a deadline, so I got it done. I don't know where you can get these. I think Shortbox does not sell them anymore, but very happy with this book. The Island. This is like a couple pages long, like 40 or 45 pages. Okay, so I've outlined most of this. Keep getting distracted. Okay, let's see. Let's jump straight to watercolors. Why don't we? Okay. So, move this aside. And what I think I'm gonna do is make the pencil lighter. Okay, sorry about the shaky table. So I am envisioning a pale blue for this page. Okay. I don't want to waste my painter's tape too much, but I need to hold it. You know what? I won't. I'll keep that. I'll save that. And then, where's my, okay, let's do this. I've been liking to wash my watercolor. Like give it a nice water wash before I paint. I mean, to give it the... I'll do one panel at a time, because I won't be able to get to every panel while the wash is still wet. I'm kind of doing a wet on wet. See, it curls, but it's my fault. Okay, so, oh no, I should have pre-wet my watercolors. Shit. That's okay, I have some blue here that I can use. I was not prepared. So we'll color this and then we'll edit it on Photoshop and we'll see how it looks, and then I can decide. And you can see what's happening. I was gonna mention that I was intending to do a lot of these behind the scenes on Patreon, but I've been wanting to share some of the backgrounds of it too, so I will be sharing some on YouTube, and then, but all of my pages and all of my other stuff will be done, and explanations and stuff like that will be done on Patreon, and really nowhere else. But you can read all the pages that I've created on Patreon for $1 or more. But I will be from now and then in the vlogs talking about these comics and showing you some pages that I'm working on. Not too spoilery. Okay, there's curtains there, that's why. Oh, and I want some yellow. Oops, it's too much yellow. Yep, the green is coming out because of that blue and yellow. That's okay though. Okay, now a bit more black. So right now there's no black, any outlines on this. So I'm thinking about what to do about that problem. Water here. Because if I build up with just watercolor, that's too much work. What if I outline with just watercolor too? That's an idea, but I have to wait until this dries a bit more. Okay. A bit more blue. Curtain does not reach that far. Okay, let's work on this window. Yep, so I'm coloring outside the boxes. Maybe grab a bit more yellow. Too much yellow. That's okay. I want it to be like rays, so touches this part too. Bit on the ground. Okay, now I can do the woman in the tub. If you haven't noticed, there is a woman in the tub. Wow, you can't see anything, sorry. I'm not gonna zoom in. It's just easier for me. Okay, so she's in the tub. Her knees are poking out. And then her arm is right here. Based on this footage, I can time how long this took me to do. That's one upside of filming yourself working on something, is you can see how long it takes you to do something. Let's make her hair brown. I always do black hair. So let's brew brown this time. Brew brown. Here's kind of. I wonder if I do watercolor and then outlines. That would require me to dry the page extremely well. Like I'd have to, it has to be a step where I paint the wet and then wait for it to dry sufficiently and then work on it again, so it'll be two-step. Or it could be like I do all the pages in pencils, all the pages in watercolor, and then all the pages again in outline, which is a long time. This is me just brainstorming, by the way. You don't need to like, I don't know. Give me comments, because it'll probably change every single time. See, I kind of like that very rough look, but I just feel like I need to outline some of it. Oh, I forgot about my drink. Okay, let's work on the tub a bit. I feel like the lip needs a bit of a shadow down here. Oh yeah, there's a hose back here. I feel like I would need to buy a better scanner. My scanner is okay. I just feel like it's not the 100%. So I might have to buy a new one to up the quality of my scans, especially if this is going to go into a book. Like my art book, all my art book drawings have been scanned through the scanner I have right now. So, and they look okay. But I was thinking about maybe updating my scanner. It could be like my 30th birthday gift to myself. It's just, where would I put it? My scanner right now is such a good size. It's so small. And I feel like a heavy duty or a better scanner would be a bit bigger than what I have. Okay, I can keep working on this forever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the tiles on the bathroom floor. And I'm just going to estimate or guesstimate. Doesn't show much, but it will add something. Okay, now we can work a bit more on the woman's face. So it's a bit more dry. Scratch that. I'm gonna give her hair a bit more darkness. Oh, ooh, that's really dark. I feel like I need to give her some shadow here. Well, let's just keep going, okay? So let's do the bottom panels now. Do the same thing. Let's just do this one. Wet, and then dry it a bit. I just wipe my brush, get rid of some of the water, and then I wipe over the stuff that I don't want to be too wet. And then grab my bigger brush, and then I do the background wash, which is a nice blue here. Go, lighten that up a bit. Okay, let's do her skin. It's a bit too wet, but that's okay. We'll keep going. Yeah, so I have to keep in mind that I want to go fast, but not too fast. Oops. I know you can't even see anything, it's so washed out. And then the water, actually. Some black for the tub. See, like, I would love to film more stuff like this for you guys, but then I feel like I'm just repeating what I'm saying. And then some black, and then some blue, and then some of this and that. So feel like I can only do it so many times. Okay. Pretty much laying down very rough flats. Okay, and then her hair is brown. Okay, again, rough pass here. Still too wet to work. That's okay. We can fix it. Okay. Doing some shadows now. Since the light is shining on this side of her, I'm gonna try my best and do that accordingly. Sorry, I'm quiet now. I bet you are falling asleep. Okay, I also need to learn how to stop again and get carried away. Okay, now to do that same thing with her hair. I need to wait for this to dry, but I'm being so impatient. Okay, let's do the water. Same idea. Oh, she's naked under there, so I have to go back and fix that. What does that mean, Joy? This. Because her body's under there, you know? I could have finessed that a bit better, but that's what you're gonna get. Okay, I'll wait for this to dry a bit because the paper, you can't see it right now, but it's so curved. So I'll wait for that to dry and then I will be back. All right, I'm back. I kind of did it bad and got impatient and crushed this paper. Instead of letting it dry on its own, I crushed the paper over at where all my pile of books are, where I crushed the notepads, so it dried a little weird here. But what I think I'm going to do while I wait for that a bit further is for the remaining panels, I'm going to do the outline in black and then paint over and see how that looks. So let's go with my black color pencil. I think I'm going to do a color pencil outline in black. I've done this before. I just need this. All my black pencil crayons are running out. I use them all the time. Okay, I'm going to sharpen this. thing with this though is the pencil always has to be sharp, at least for me. Or it'll just be annoying. It always also breaks. And going over it in, okay, what if I do, like for the hair I do brown. And then peach. Where are my colors? I'm running out of a lot of colors. Erase that. I might do my my thought bubbles in post. Oops. I wasn't paying attention there. So my thought bubbles are there, it's fine. Okay, let's try and paint this. I need a bigger brush. Good enough. I don't like the intense black, but I should bite my tongue because I'm not done coloring everything yet. Blue, blue, blue. Oh, I didn't do my wash. That's okay. I'll just do a wash right now. All my colors just blended in. It's okay. I don't know yet. I feel like the black outline is a bit too much. Although it will make my life a bit easier. What if I do, instead of black, I will do pencil crayon like I did with the hair. I'll do like color outlines instead of, oops, instead of straight up black outlines. Okay, let's try that in another, I might print out another one and try that. Okay. Oops. I'm supposed to leave some here. Shoot. That is not bad, but I have to try it again with a little bit more finesse. I just mean a bit more clean here though. Oops. Let's color her lips actually. A little bit too much brown here. It's okay. Oops. I messed up with the nose because I used a peach color. You can't even see it. So we'll fix that. It's dry enough. Okay, a little bit more shading on the face. Not that much, but I'm going too far here. So, I kind of like that. I like how easy it was. I might have to switch to doing colored outlines instead of black. I think. We'll see how that looks. See, the brown is a bit washed out in the hair. This, I was gonna, okay, let's do that then. Let's try outlining in color here. Okay, let's do the hair. Face here needs a little bit of work. It's really not my thing, I think. It doesn't look like, doesn't look like my work if I do that. Okay, let's try shade a bit. See how that looks. Even though I already shaded, I want to see the shaded look a little bit more. Kind of replicate this but cleaner. So I overdid this. I just need to be a bit more picky with what I'm doing. Probably need better reference too. Because again, I don't want to overwork too much. I want to keep it fairly simple. Darker brown, please. Okay, here I am fucking going again. Overworking it again. God damn it, Joy. Leave it alone. Color in the lips. I definitely think I do not like the color outline. It's just not me. It's not me at all. I went over this panel with black outlines and it doesn't look bad. I think with a bit more finesse, again, it seems to be my buzzword for today, it could look good. I really am enjoying this. And then right now I'm just seeing how it'll look with a little bit of pencil on the side. Like very subtle, just kind of like add a little bit. And let's see, ugh, where's the peach? I had it, it was a tiny little thing. Where did it go? There. Here it is. See, that doesn't really add much, but and then a little bit of that pale blue kind of here. And then a little bit of that gray again. I do kind of like that, actually. And I also went over her hair with brown because I did that in brown earlier. Oh, I went over it with black, I mean. Okay. So, I'll try it again. So let me show you closer. So I kind of like that look. The anatomy on this one isn't that great, but I was rushing. And even this looks pretty good to me. Same kind of deal, except without the extra stuff yet. So let's do that really quickly right now. It's even just really rough. Not much thought put into it. Well, obviously, not much. Not what I meant, but just kind of add something else. See there. This part is going to be covered by thought bubbles anyway, so it's fine. Then I can even use a bit of yellow, amplify that sun coming in. Cool. And then I'll add the lines post, but I'm really feeling these two. So, see, this one's the same, except I started it differently. So, alright, so I'm going to print this panel again, and I'm going to trace it in black and see how it looks with this whole style right here. Okay, I changed my mind. I want to do a little bit more layers. I don't want to push the paper too hard, but I just want to do a few more layers to bump it up a bit. Not too crazy, just a bit. Oof. It's just the skin, I think. It's just the person's skin. Okay. Especially the bigger scenes like this one. Okay, let's do this girl here. Kinda wanna add just a little bit more dimension. Paper can actually take it a little bit more, so let's try it. This one. Kind of want to replicate what I did earlier. Alright, let's let this dry and see how it looks. Okay. Oh, so while we wait for that to dry, I wanted to show you this game that I downloaded yesterday night. I was just chilling on the couch and I got this game. You can't see it. It's called Animal Restaurant. I think it's available, it's for sure available for both Android and iPhone, because when I was playing it, my boyfriend saw me playing it and he got it too. So we're both playing this game and it's the cutest game. You basically have a little restaurant and it's all just clicking. Ooh. So these animals order, they drop fish as food. I claim my achievements. So this is the restaurant area. I've upgraded all the tables and you basically just press the promote, because I bought this cat that does promotions. And then many people come. There's a hedgehog coming in, there's a jackal. I have a dessert table. I have a coffee bar. Oh, what's that sound? And then this is my kitchen. I have a little cat cleaning the floor, and the server. And I want to unlock the buffet area down here, but it's expensive. So this game is pretty fun. It's also not ridiculous with the ads, because I kind of click on the ad so I can get more fish. And it also gives you a break because you're constantly clicking. I don't know, it's so cute. If you're interested in a game that's just relaxing and not too stressful, because that's my kind of thing, get this game. It's so fun. Oh no! There's a bunny that's trying to steal all my fish, so you beat him up. Okay, this is hard to do with my left hand. Alright, I just wanted to show you that. It's called Animal Restaurant. It's kind of the best thing. I'm gathering all my fish, taking people's orders. Soon I'm gonna get the buffet, but first I have to get the garden. There's a garden here too. I'm working up to that. Okay, so I didn't finish these two because I like these two already. I didn't really need to repeat myself. I kind of did something different. I've been kind of using different things. So what I'm gonna do, I really like the looseness of the watercolors with the wet on wet that I did in the first one. I didn't do it for this one. I didn't do any wet on wet technique. So I'm gonna do the wet and wet, and I'm gonna do the black Prismacolor for the outline. I did go a little crazy on her eyes here, and the anatomy. I need to work on that a bit more. The sketch wasn't as clear, so when I do the pencils on top, I'm just gonna have to clean it up a bit more. But yeah, and then I will add the lines of the boxes in post on Photoshop when I edit. But I really like how these two panels turned out. I want to keep that kind of look, that looseness, and yeah, and that will, and the wet on wet will, I think, help out with that, and the little additions of the pencil crayon for texture. I like that as well. Though it might change, I might come up with a different technique or something, but I quite like how it's looking, and it's gonna be in its full color.
I gotta say, retirement has treated me well. I welcome myself back into the conversation. Okay, well, maybe there's a reason to be obsessed. I just talked to the state's forensic lab, and it looked like...
Okay, I wanted to do another try. So I'm just finishing this up, then I'll show you guys. It's what now? It's about 117 right now. I keep standing up and like looking at these and then like looking at the window in thought. Oh, it's snowing really hard too today. So I'm just adding the pencil crayon because I do like that effect from last time. And yeah, I'll show you this in a bit. And then I'll take a bit of a break. And then I'll probably switch over to working on the 2 pages or more if I can get to it for today. Okay, here is the spread. Here's the latest one. The paper is a little wrinkled. I'm also using a different paper. This is just the Canson multimedia paper instead of the watercolor paper, which if I go with, it's a lot cheaper, so I can buy more of them. So the shading isn't as pronounced as this one, just because the paper itself is lighter, and also I don't want to go crazy with the shading. I just can't help but shake how amateurish this can look if not done right. So if I do decide to do traditional, it has to be good. I don't know, I should edit it and see how it looks with all the saturation and the brightness fixed up, and then I can go from there. I just have all my comic books that I really like kind of in front of me, and I'm just comparing myself constantly, so it's really difficult to be like, I don't want to copy, but I also want it to look good. So this is one of my favorite comics, and everything is done traditionally. Well, I don't know about the text, but everything is watercolor painted, and they are using, I'm pretty sure they're using a nib and some pencil on this, but it looks so nice, you know, just also best scene ever. But I don't want to copy. I want to do my own thing, and that's why I wanted to do like avoid the lines. And then there's what other, look, I have Gray Legs here with me, but this one is all digital. This one's done by Dina. I did the Kickstarter for this one. Well, I participated in the Kickstarter for this one. And then I have some Dragon Ball one. I was looking at this earlier. But this one is all black and white. Oh, I'm getting confused. It's all black and white. But I don't want to do black and white because if I'm going to really go all out, I want to go all out with color. So, still torn. Watercolor always finishes up dull in real life, so it really needs the help, at least for me, for my work, to bump up the saturation and the everything else. So okay, so I edited it and printed it out on paper, and I don't like it. I'm gonna try again. Here are the originals side by side, so I upped the saturation. Originals, edited. I just don't like it. It's lunchtime. I am having a pre-cut pizza. I'm gonna have leftovers from yesterday. I wasn't able to eat my half of the food box yesterday because my eating window was over by the time food was made. So this is what it was. It was the salmon and bulgur and paprika with peppers. So I'm gonna eat that. There's a lot of bulgur, but yeah, lunch. It is many hours later. Well, it's 3:23 and ooh, a copyright claim. Oh, copyright claim for what video? Hopefully not the most recent one. It's for my South Korea vlog. I knew it. I knew it would happen to all the South Korea vlogs eventually, so it's all good. It's not a strike, it's just like music was being used, which is fine. I expected that. Okay, so it's 3:23 and I drew more things again. This happens to me all the time when I start to finalize my comics, so I figured I'm going to put this out of the way and figure out what I want to do. So I drew this. I timed myself. It's all watercolor. It's nice, but it's also too rough for my taste, and it took me about 48 minutes to do that whole page from start to finish. Well, not drawing the thumbnails out. And then I did this. I tried to do the thing I did with Demon, and I kind of like it, but I also feel like I'm getting too too obsessed about these sequence of panels, and I need to think about like the bigger picture, how it's gonna look together, instead of me just focusing on one, two, three panels. So yeah, it's just, this happens all the time. So I don't know, I've been working on this for a bit. I'm gonna take a bit of a break from it and like do something totally different. No, maybe I'm lying. I'm gonna sit down and work on it a bit more and kind of figure out what I want to do, and then I'll just update you guys. I don't think I'll film anything else about it because I filmed enough, but I will definitely update you about where I'm at in maybe a couple of hours. So yeah, I took my earrings out because they're starting to, my ears get sensitive because of fake jewelry. So especially when earrings are heavier, they just get more wrecked. So it is now 6 o'clock. I'm working on page 2 of the 2 pages that I set out to do today. Page 40, I think it is. So yeah, when I'm done that, I'm just gonna go downstairs, and my boyfriend came home and we're gonna play the Animal Restaurant game. I really want to play. So we're just gonna do that and watch some stuff on YouTube or something. But yeah, I did all that work today with the comic, and like the other time, I feel like I haven't really done anything. I haven't settled on a style that I want. It's really frustrating. I just want it to be perfect or close to perfect. So I think I have to spend another day or another time kind of thinking about it. So I'll kind of mull it over for the next few days and see what I come up with. So hopefully you've enjoyed that process. It's just frustrating to me. I kind of don't want to add it into the vlogs. I typically don't, because it's just like I do the work, I do something, but I don't end up committing to it because I can't decide. It's difficult. So yeah, but glad I got that stuff out of the way, because that can come up a lot when I'm finalizing a comic. So it's good that I'm approaching it now, like I said earlier. So we'll see where we get. Want to finish this page, but I'm listening to a new creepypasta channel that I just discovered today. His name is The Dark Somnium, and he has like 200,000 subscribers. Discovered one of his videos today, and they're really good. He reads very nicely, and he also has a lot of like sound effects, which is really cool. The one I'm watching now is called The Things in the Woods. So if you're interested in something like that, it's kind of like an audiobook. I'll link it down below, but I really enjoy his channel. I've been watching Mr. Nightmare, Nexpo, Rainbot. Nexpo and Rainbot are different though. They do a lot of different things, like a lot less story stuff. Mr. Nightmare I like, and there was another one. He has a British voice. Anyway, I forgot, but I'm really enjoying his stuff, so thought I'd recommend that. I ate so many peanuts. Do you know how expensive peanuts are in terms of calories? Half a cup or a quarter cup is like 200 calories. It's crazy, but they're so good.